Feeling it, we golden, crown for the kings and the queens, we glowing. Dance with me all night, alright, alright, alright. Are you feeling it? We golden, crown for the...
What is up, shakers and groovers? Shit Chat Disco here, and I am here with the one, the only, Mr. Beatmaker, Mr. Barista Master, Mr. Wade from Hot Coffee. How are you, my dude?
Hello, I'm very well, thanks. Hello, thanks for having me.
That's all right, my
Appreciate
dude.
it.
Hey, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
No worries.
It's I've known you guys for a while, and you've been in the game on the GC for a few years now. So I thought, mate, I'd love to hear your story because we obviously had Matt on, and he's got a lot of musical things going on in his head.
Yeah, for sure.
So I thought it'd be important to get you on, and I could hear the real Hot Coffee story behind the music.
Yeah, for sure.
First off, man, just want to sanitize just before we start. Just doing the right thing here, and while you do that, I'm just it's a bit hot. Sorry.
Damn, that thing leaked out.
Take the shirt off. Sorry, mate.
Oh god.
Oh, I got my Hot Coffee t-shirt on.
That's like circa like 20. Whenever we made those, like 2017 or 2018.
It is the fucking.
What a lad. It matches your tracksuit too.
Yeah,
Look at
well,
that.
that's why I'm wearing
the stripes.
Yeah.
Black and white, baby.
Oh, dude. Now, once again, thanks for coming on the show today. We've known each other for probably, like 4 years, 3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, how long have you been, doing this Hot Coffee thing?
I think we started in like 2015. I'm pretty sure was when we like brought out Magic, like the first track. Still the number one hit to this day, as many people would argue.
The fire that is Magic.
Yeah. And it was just Matt and I that started that. And we got brought together by like all our friends at an Australia Day house party.
Oh, okay.
It was one of my friends, Hayden Lewis, and he always throws these like extravagant house parties. And Matt ended up being there.
Of course he did.
And yeah, it's a party. Matt's gonna be there, so. And he was the life of the party, obviously. Yeah. And I was just DJing, I was just DJing at the party, just mucking around. Yeah. And Hayden was like, you guys should like make music together because like Matt does like acoustic stuff and sings. Yeah. And I was just a DJ, and I was, I think like 18. No. I was like maybe 19, 20.
Yeah.
So we've known each other for a while, but he was just like, you guys should like link up and make music together. And I just kind of was like, oh,
yeah, another one.
Don't want to like do that kind of thing. I'm just into the DJing and whatnot. Yeah. And we just somehow I think all our friends just pushed us to like make music one day, and we just sat in the room and made some music, and the rest is history. Like we had so much fun doing it. Yeah. I didn't realize like how fun it actually was, like working with someone else as well to make music, but like at that time I was just writing my own kind of stuff, so it was from then on in we kind of started doing our thing.
That's sick, my dude. So how long were you kind of mucking around DJing before you got into the whole production side of it?
I was DJing for maybe like 2 years or something before that, just doing like house parties, just fun stuff. My mate Jake Hobbin, he introduced me to the whole DJ world. I just went over to his house one day after a surf, and he showed me his decks that he had in his room, and I was fascinated by all the pretty lights. I was kind of tripping out. Yeah. And I said to him, I didn't have a car at the time. Yeah. I was like, take me to JB Hi-Fi right now.
What, really?
Literally bought like the same controller
that's sick.
that he had, and I just like picked it up really easy, and I wasn't like one to pick things up very easy. Like, I was never good at sport in school. Yeah. Any of that jazz. Yeah. So when I picked
jazz, you're actually not bad at it.
No, I still got a lot to learn about that. Yeah. But when I started playing around with that, it just felt so natural. I picked it up so quick, and like I think that's why I fell in love with it so quickly. Like
hard.
It was just easy. It's not easy, but
No.
it was easy for me at the time, and something I just gravitated towards, I guess.
No, dude, that's sick, man. So you guys started off just the two of you, more of a duo, more like an electric duo, you reckon?
Yeah.
And
It was a weird saga, like having him, an acoustic guy, and me just electronic. Like I had never heard of I didn't really even listen to hip hop before I met Matt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, crazy. I was Avicii, Hardwell, like Mike Dimitri Vegas,
Really?
Showtech.
I didn't even know that. That's epic.
Yeah. So I was full electro head,
Far out. So like banging EDM.
Yeah, banging EDM.
Wow, that's
Banging.
wild, dude. So you played for about 2 years DJing, met Matt, and you guys started kind of collabing, making some beats.
Yep.
Magic comes along.
Yeah.
You make the fire that is magic.
Yeah. Well, you can hear the kind of electronic influences in Generation and Coast from my side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Because it's very 120 BPM dancey.
Yeah.
Electronic. Magic was the first kind of song that was slower. It was 115, 114, I can't remember, BPM or something. Not that has anything to do with it, but...
Well, Zac Efron reckons it's 128 from that movie?
In the movie or something. But I haven't even seen that movie.
Yeah, don't. No, it's actually not that bad.
But you can definitely hear more Gold Link, Anderson .Paak kind of vibes in Magic.
Yeah.
And I basically didn't know who any of those people were until I met Matt. So there's a lot of Matt influence in Magic. So that's the first song I reckon that we both made as Hot Coffee per se. There was his influence and my influence in that track,
Yeah, definitely, mate. That's if anyone's been to a Hot Coffee show, you'll hear a lot of the boys just screaming out, play Magic, and obviously they're going to hold it off for the last song because it's the banger. But you'll hear that.
It works. I don't know why.
Oh, mate, of course it works. It's fire. And, jump on Spotify, look up Magic. But personally, I think you should get on there and type in Hot Coffee and then Fuji, Fuji. That is the better song. But we won't go there.
Everyone loves.
Man, that's my favorite. I just love it. It's just 3 minutes of Matt going in, just
going ham,
hard.
Yeah.
Now, how old were you when you guys played your first Hot Coffee gig?
I think I was 23.
Yeah.
Can't even remember how old I was. But I'm pretty sure it was in Brisbane.
Up in Brizzy. Was that not for Big Sound? For
No. It was at this place called the Flaming Galah.
Yeah.
In Brisbane.
Yep. Is it the ups? It's like a mezzanine up the top.
Yeah, I think there's we stayed at the hostel right next door to it, and we had the craziest night, and we were both so nervous, Matt and I. And he's like, "Don't let me get drunk before it.
Really?
Don't let me smoke cigarettes before it." I said, "Yeah, sure, okay. Have a Red Bull instead or something." Next minute, he's smoking darts out the front, trying to calm his nerves.
Doesn't sound like Matt.
But we that was our first show we ever played.
Yeah.
And we were all nervous as hell, but it was super fun, and there was a crazy crowd. All of Matt's mates and my mates were down there supporting. So it was a really, really fun first show.
And that was just when you guys were a duo, obviously.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Man, that's that feels like so long ago. Even
so
now,
long ago. Yeah.
I can't think about you guys playing as a duo.
100%. I was thinking about that before I came here. So
because it's just such a, I know, obviously the boys on drums and on bass and guitar, it's so much of the Hot Coffee vibe now.
Yeah.
Just it's the Jamiroquai, just the vibes.
Yeah,
man.
For sure, yeah.
So now the really hard question for you to answer is, how would you describe the Hot Coffee genre?
Yeah, that is
I'll just turn my mic off and sit back for a bit.
It is actually such a hard one. Whenever someone asks me that question, I can't give him a definite answer.
Yeah.
Which I think in long term not in long term, but
hindsight.
Yeah, in hindsight is kind of a good answer because we're so unique and individual from any other acts around. But we definitely draw a lot of influence from funk, dance, hip hop. That's kind of where the Hot Coffee is right now.
Where the hottest coffee comes from.
Yeah, so I think that's our genre.
So you think like funk relating to artists kind of like your Jamiroquai's,
funk,
gold,
hip-hop,
like
dance.
Kate Renata.
Yeah, so a lot of Kate Renata influence. Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
Been getting a lot of influence from guys like Jungle, Parcels, Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While also kind of infusing like the real hip hop vibe that Matt can bring.
Yeah.
But also being able to sing so well.
Yeah, he's super talented like that. I can't think of anyone that he has so much versatility with his vocal, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
He'll sing, and then next minute he'll just be busting a verse, like,
dude.
And you're like, what the hell just happened? Like, is that another person or what's going on here?
Yeah, that's
and
very
I think
true.
that's super special about Hot Coffee, how he can fit both of those things into a song, which should normally be super strange and weird.
Yeah.
But he somehow makes it work.
No, 100% I agree, man. You see that many artists or like rappers that go to sing the chorus and it'll just be like auto-tune maximum and they'll just be like barely holding on to try and get through.
Yeah.
Or then maybe when they have the live show and it's not, you know, a pre-recorded song on the radio, it'll just be like, oh, is that him singing?
Yeah,
Whereas like he hits it perfectly. But enough about Max. This is not the Matt.
This is not the Matt show.
This is about Wados.
This is not the music that Matt made you.
He's here all night, guys. Now, like you said, you still DJ a fair bit, but obviously your passion is hot coffee.
Production. Yeah,
Production.
correct, yeah.
Where have you studied and kind of chased the knowledge that you needed for this?
Going back to Jake again, literally showed me Ableton for the first time.
Yeah.
After I went through my whole DJ saga with him.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever. I want it. Drop me to JB Hi-Fi right now.
What controller did you get, by the way?
It was a Numark Mixtrack Pro.
Yeah.
Silver one, still got it. I've literally thrown it off the balcony. It still works.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, got the shits with it one day because it was glitching out as old controllers do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I threw it off the balcony.
Bro, you should get it framed. That'd be like a cool
I've
thing.
literally
like,
got it at home. Yeah, I want to get it framed.
That'd be
put it in like a
sick.
glass container.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
But
so Ableton,
yeah, Ableton. Well, that's the DAW I use to produce mainly. Such a good like creative tool once you wrap your head around it.
Yeah, hard, dude.
Especially
sampling for what you guys use a lot.
Yeah. Like a lot of the creative side of the beat making and stuff is done in Ableton, whereas the recording and mixing side gets done in Pro Tools. And stuff like that. So yeah, Ableton. Jake introduced me to Ableton.
Shout out to Jake, the godfather of hot coffee by the sounds of it.
Exactly. Yeah, he showed me Ableton. I found it super hard to wrap my head around when I first got on there. It was like driving a manual car for the first time.
100%.
When you got to change gears, put the clutch in,
Yeah.
look where you're going, steer the car.
Press tab.
Yeah, there was just so many things he was explaining to me. I just was thinking, man, I'm never going to get this.
Yeah.
But the more time and effort I just put into it, I made so many shit songs.
Yeah, late nights.
Yeah.
Headphones on.
Yeah, I just generally got more comfortable with it and better, and yeah, I just learnt from that.
Yeah.
Just making mistakes, and I think that's the best way to learn. Like, you'll see a lot of tutorials and stuff online, and a lot of I study at SAE in Brisbane, and a lot of the lecturers even mention this kind of term, or not term, but they say like, you see all these things online, but they're just the way people, have done. That's the way
That's
they
how
do
they
it.
learnt it.
And you're obviously trying to create something unique, like to yourself with your music.
Yeah.
Make those mistakes and learn from your mistakes, and you'll
100%.
find the way that works for you.
Yeah, and then
So
I suppose that's
that's
your workflow too,
Yeah.
which makes your music or your kind of sound.
Yeah. So like that's basically how I learned Ableton. I just made a shitload of mistakes.
That's mad.
And just picked it up and learnt my own formula of production.
Yeah.
From there.
Well, that's good, man. Well, I get, mate, before, DAWs, Ableton, electronic production, like that's how it was done.
Yeah.
You just had your tape deck and you just went for it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
And I think one thing that you guys do a great job of is your sound is very, it's an individual sound.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you're chasing anyone else's sound.
Yeah.
Especially now with like the four members.
The four of us, yeah, exactly.
You've got Cal's Roots, you've got everyone just kind of being like really putting together a nice jar of hot coffee.
Putting together a nice blend, mixed blend.
Now, obviously, you've got heaps of songs, you know, and I could easily be like, you know, what song do you vibe or what do you? But let's like go away from like the hot coffee music.
Yeah.
If you had to kind of say a song that you really vibe or you're into, you personally at the moment, what do you think it'd be?
I listen to so much music and listen to so many different varieties of music.
Yeah.
So it's changing all the time. Favorite song at the moment, I've been listening to Crangu Bin heaps.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of
No.
that. But there's this one song called Pelota.
Pelota.
Man, it's such a groove.
Vibe.
I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah. What kind of music would it be?
It's hard to explain. It's kind of like jazz.
Yeah.
But not bossa nova, but modern jazz, I guess.
Modern jazz.
Funk, dance.
Yeah.
A lot of like acoustic instrumentation, so like real acoustic drums, guitar, bass, stuff like that. Yeah, super fun.
Definitely your go-to at the moment.
Yeah, I've just been listening to so much like Crangu Bin and Parcels a bit.
Yeah.
As well. But I've been listening to like techno and stuff as well.
Really going deep.
Like on the drive here, I was listening to Anna,
really?
Beauties, which is like the biggest elsewhere throbber that you can imagine. So
just waiting
from one spectrum, from like an Arvo's Sunset song, like DJing at Mexicali to a banger at elsewhere. Big roller coaster of music for me.
That's great. Like I find myself the same. Like I can listen to the bangers, go to hip hop, and then I'll be listening to like Leon Bridges cooking dinner. Yeah. And my neighbours will be sitting there going like, "What is this dude on? Like he goes,
he's got like music bipolar or something.
Mate, that could be a real thing.
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Now I spoke to Matt about this, but like I think it's cool to get two different insights. How did you guys come up with the hot coffee name?
So random. We were I think we were just writing some music at my house. We just went and got a coffee from Little Mermaid, just down the road. I live in Peelers Avenue.
Yeah, shout out Little Mermaid.
Yeah. But anyway, you know now.
Number 70.
And
especially in like 3 years if you pop and then
everyone's gonna be over, right? So we just went and got a coffee after a little writing session. Yeah. And we had a bunch of songs that we were thinking of releasing sometime soon, just before Hot Coffee started, obviously. And we're kind of like stuck for a name. We're trying so hard to think of a name for the band, for us to. And we just couldn't think of one. And we were having a coffee and we're like, oh man, like Peking Duck. Like if you think about it, Peking Duck is just the most random name, but they've blown up and now it's everyone knows who they are. Yeah. Like we could literally just call ourselves Hot Coffee and that's how it happened. And we just wrote on a napkin, oh, hot coffee, that looks cool. Coffee mug, like draw that on there, that looks cool. And yeah, just that's how it started.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Man, it's that's actually a really cool story. Like it's even though you guys are like, oh, we just, you know, it was hot coffee, and we were like, that's still like a really cool story to have. Yeah. And then also I'll add this bit that Matt added, and then you thought you'd be like trendy and put like the little
Oh, the O, yeah. That was the worst thing that we could have done because no one could find our artist name for so long. Even my sister messaged me from America and said, I can't even find your music anywhere. Where is it?
Because you can't find the thing.
Yeah, because that strike through.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, that's how old that
That's how old this show is, guys.
Yeah, but that was not on.
But like visually it looks sick.
It looked cool, yeah. We thought it was the coolest thing when we did it.
Maybe like just for like merch and logos, but yeah, the real name.
Nah, it can't happen.
So it's been changed now?
It has been changed.
It has been changed. That's so good.
We all had a good laugh about that when it changed, actually.
That's actually really, like, our D-Roll looks sick, but yeah, it's those little things that you don't realise that you have to actually worry about when you're getting into the music industry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're not going to be like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
Because no one can fucking find it. That's why.
Especially when you're young and starting out. Oh, I put a strike through an O for sure. It looks so sick.
It does look sick, even now.
And then no one finds your music.
Now, you obviously listen to music, you know, your whole life, for a lot of your life.
Yeah.
It's a big passion.
Yeah.
So, what's the music from high school that you used to listen to or kind of like jam out to?
High school.
You know, it doesn't have to be high school. It could be, you know, when you're a teenager or...
Yeah, it's so funny you say this because literally towards the end of high school, I only really started listening to music. Like properly.
Yeah.
Like, I never really listened to music that much before. But I always knew I had a thing for music. Yeah. If that makes sense. So I remember when I was super young, and my dad, I don't know if this is another question later on.
No, bro, go for it.
Yeah, my dad used to listen to, he was such a raver back in the day.
Like...
Full on.
House.
Yeah. It's probably where I get my passion for techno music, driving in the car here. But he used to listen to guys like The Prodigy and Fatboy Slim.
Wow, so like...
Yeah. Deep Forest, which is... that's all, Infected Mushrooms.
Yeah.
He had all the had like a 6-player DVD... Oh, a CD thing.
Yeah.
So you could spin them around in the CD player.
Oh, wow.
And change them. So I used to play with that all the time.
Yeah.
And listen to all these songs. So I grew up listening to hectic rave music.
So like Fatboy Slim and like...
The Prodigy, Infected Mushrooms. Deep Forest was like my chill out one that I'd go to sleep with. Yeah. And then going into high school, obviously everyone listens to... heaps of different music.
Yeah, commercial.
That was my music background, like The Prodigy.
That's such a...
So I went into school being a raver, but I kind of came out the
glow
more
sticks.
EDM side.
Glow sticks.
Yeah.
Lunchtime.
And like dyed blonde hair with black root tip things.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
that's epic.
My dad had that. He was like full black and black hair, but had this bleach blonde noodle hair on top, and you could see all the black regrowth. It was disgusting.
Oh man, that's so good, man. That's crack up, full rave.
Yeah, but I think high school, to answer your question, I was more so in the EDM realm of things.
Yeah.
So your Hardwell.
Yeah, your Avicii's.
Avicii, yeah.
Yeah, because when you were graduating, that's when like EDM was really coming to the forefront.
Taken off, yeah.
Mainstream.
Yeah, this was like 2010, 11 kind of thing. So it was the biggest bit of music. I remember thinking when I was in high school, this music will never slow down.
Yeah.
I just thought it would never die.
Yeah.
That style.
Hard.
You know, that EDM, big banger, big room, whatever it is. Yeah. But it has slowly kind of died off, and like even house and techno and stuff is kind of creeping back up. Or like the roots of that.
The disco remixes.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just personally because I'm listening to that or
But yeah, maybe you're right because I don't really listen to that stuff either.
Yeah, exactly.
So for us, we're like, oh, it doesn't really seem that relevant. Whereas there's probably people out there that love it.
It's probably still way up here. Yeah.
Funny story, you're just saying Fatboy Slim. I know this isn't possible, what I'm about to say. I know there's no chance this happened. But on Sunday at IKU, right?
Yeah.
I was like DJing and this random guy was there with his family. And I was like, this dude looks really familiar. And I was like, I'm just tripping. And he was like, oh, do you guys have DJs here? And he like started talking about the decks. And I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, what do you think about those little ones? They're the little ones from that, you know, I don't know if you've heard that car karaoke DJ show.
Oh, he said this to you?
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw that online. Like that was pretty cool. Didn't read past it. Didn't even think about it. And then he said to his daughter and his wife, he's like, see, there is like good stuff like this on the Gold Coast. He's been playing cool music, like, you know, and I was like, oh, I went to this rave on the weekend. Shout out to the boys Camp Paprika. That rave was sick, by the way, and After Midnight Sounds, other than that. So, and then whatever, that happened, all good. And he's like, yeah, man, like the Gold Coast is a weird spot, da-da-da-da-da. Went home, didn't think about it. Then the other, like 2 days later, I was looking it up. And this dude, dead set, looked like Fatboy Slim.
I was about to say, please do not tell me that
dude,
it was him.
And I don't even, not one bit of me thinks it is possible because I swear, like,
wow,
not even a chance. Like, no way. But he just knew a lot about this controller. And he was like a middle-aged, like probably 40-something-year-old dude.
Oh.
And like, sharp, an attractive partner. Yeah. Like, he was just onto it. He knew what was, like, he knew.
Oh wow! Imagine if it was him. Oh my god!
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm fully like know that there's no way that it could have possibly.
Yeah.
But still, I couldn't. Just this little bit of me is like
you couldn't get past the fact that how similar he looked.
Like similar as was just like, oh, that's that controller, but then for him to be like, oh, that was used on the DJ karaoke thing, and I look up that and it's him and Eats Everything doing it.
Yeah.
like
was sick too.
Fatboy Slim and Eats Everything, and I'm just like, nah, this is just another random guy. Like, but far out. But if it was you, dude, you're obviously watching my show. So
Yeah, fully.
see you at Iku next Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully he vibed and he'll come back.
Oh,
and
bro.
then you can be like,
DM me. Now, how old were you, dude, when you first remember kind of hearing music, like your first memories?
oh, I have such a,
Bad memory?
bad memory, like when it comes to thinking about the younger years of
I'm
my
the
life.
same, dude.
It's probably because I'm older now. And losing all that.
Losing all that.
I reckon like 5 or 7.
Yeah.
Around.
Rave or like...
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rave.
I got caught dancing in the living room so many times.
That's awesome.
Yeah, with my dad's headphones on. My dad literally had to confiscate the headphones off me because I would steal them and just use them all day and dance around in the house. I had my neighbours, because I used to blare it as well.
Oh, really?
I used to blare it on the sound system, and my dad had this crazy sound system. Yeah. So awesome, and I used to pump it and dance to like every Prodigy song, every Fatboy Slim song.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah, and then the neighbours got pissed off because they would come out and I'd be dancing, and then I turn it down because I saw them and I'd get real shy. So I put the headphones on.
Yeah.
And then he took the headphones off me because he didn't want me using them all the time.
Yeah,
They were expensive.
blowing them. Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Which
ended
you
up,
can appreciate now.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And he ended up buying like another pair of headphones that were good ones, but not his ones.
Yeah.
So I just used to use them all the time. But that was when I was like 5 or 7.
Oh, dude, that's so sick. Mate,
Crazy.
dude, you've definitely had such an interesting, like very interesting
Yeah.
array of music.
Oh yeah, I'm like a mixed bag of lollies when it comes to music, hey?
That's so good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... I've got a question there. What's your dad's Mixcloud? Someone just put that as a comment.
Yeah, all my dad's stuff nowadays is like gold for everyone.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, you go to a rave in Brisbane and they like play all my dad's songs.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Harry. Thanks for tuning in, bro. That's actually a pretty great.
Yeah, I'll try to get
comment.
onto that for you, Harry.
Oh, man. Now, you've obviously played a lot of gigs, hot coffee, DJing.
Yeah.
What's one that really sticks with you, dude, that you've kind of sat there and you've kind of looked back and you've gone, fuck, this is on. Like, we're a thing. This is working.
Yeah, I think the first time I thought, whoa, this is so epic, like what we're doing with hot coffee, was probably at Shark Bar.
Oh.
And, R.I.P. baby. It looks pretty schmick now, doesn't it? But, like, getting up on that stage, the floor literally feels like it's going to break.
Yeah.
It's like a trampoline.
Yeah.
The wood on the floor.
Yeah.
So flimsy. But the venue just, like, packed. It's a big venue.
Dude.
Like, when you're on the stage and sound checking and stuff and there's no one in the room.
Yeah.
The room looks massive.
Yeah.
And when it's filled up, when you walk onto there, it's a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
And that was probably the first time I was like, wow.
Yeah.
We're doing something so cool here. The next time was probably at Elsewhere.
Yep.
When we...
Another major venue on the coast. Shout out to Elsewhere as well.
Yeah, shout out. Crazy experience. We've had a couple of really crazy times playing with like Ivy and the boys from Daced, and Nocturnal Tapes. I don't know if they're still doing their thing, but so many crazy good experiences.
That's all through Tiny Minds, is it?
A lot of the booking stuff we've done has been through Tiny Minds.
Yeah.
They've helped us out a shit ton.
Shout out Tyson, Mr. Vices.
Tyson, yeah. And I think DJing wise, probably Elsewhere as well.
Yeah.
I played a lot of shows at places like Lost Palms and Mexicali.
Yeah.
And it gets busy like on the balcony and in the brewery there.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy feeling. And I remember playing Novi Zark like years
ago
as well. And it used to be crazy on Sundays there.
But Elsewhere's a different beast.
As soon as you get behind the decks at Elsewhere, I was fully nervous.
Dude, I've only played there once and it was honestly like you're there and I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing here. I fucking love this place so much.
You spend so much time in there.
On the squares on the other side,
To be on the other side of it, it's like pretty crazy feeling, and you're like, don't fuck this up.
Hard, dude. Well, I know, like, I wouldn't have my musical taste or, like, part of my musical journey without that place.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the same.
It gives the Gold Coast so much energy, music-wise.
Yeah. And I remember going there in the early days, and I used to go every Thursday for the live music night.
Yeah.
I used to go watch Free the Genie and another band, Mighty Silas. I don't know if they're still doing their thing now, but that's kind of what got me into, like, the live music. Like, that got me in that headspace, you know, with hot coffee.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, what are they called?
Prom night.
Prom nights, amazing.
Yeah.
Such a cool concept. And what was the other one? Nordic Giants.
Yeah.
Oh,
shout out Nordic Giants.
Good. Yeah. Amazing. But elsewhere for DJing was
Is there any moment you can bring it down to where you did something and or it was just the whole vibe?
I remember one night I went back to back with Joel, who's one of the resident DJs there. Yeah. On Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we played till it closed in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd always have done like the early, the 9 till 10 or whatever, just the opening ones.
Yeah.
Which is pretty standard for guys just going into the club for the first time. You got to kind of work your way up there.
Yeah.
And I just remember playing. He's like, yeah, cool, I'll play for an hour now, and then you want to jump back on. Then when I heard him say jump back on, I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I got no song. I'm like prepared for this hour.
Yeah.
And went back to back with him, and
That's
then
mad.
he's like, let's go again, back to back.
Sounds like he wanted a few cheeky drinks instead of working
all the way till 3:30, and just like the vibe in the room was so the Sunday vibe is really cool.
Dude,
elsewhere. It's very underrated.
Bro, so. Sundays at Elsewhere, when I used to go like many Sundays in a row when Stretch used to run it, and it used to be when like indie and dance new disco was just coming up. And like finishing the night off or like playing like the fourth last song would be like Block Party. Yeah. And like just songs like that. You're just like, oh my God. Like
Yeah, so that was a really crazy experience, and like people coming up after, like, that was the best Sunday I've ever had.
And you're just like,
you guys
cool.
killed it. Yeah. But I was so like zonked out on Red Bull and drinks. I didn't even comprehend it till the next day. I was like, wow, that was so sick.
Nah, that's mad, bro. It's like I said, without that place, the Gold Coast wouldn't be what it is music wise.
Yeah.
It just gives so much. And man, Shark Bar, like it's such a disappointment.
Yeah.
That there isn't a venue like that now, because sometimes you need that divey place.
Yeah.
Because obviously you guys bring a crowd, but it's the kind of place where there may be like 100, 120 people around Miami, Burleigh on a Friday night that'll be like, oh, there's a ticketed show. It's $10. Yeah, we'll go to Sharky.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and there isn't really that at the moment.
There's that no middle ground. Like you've got those big venues like Miami Marquetta, I don't know if Night Quarter's still around.
No, but I get you. But like Barbecue Bazaar and the places that are...
There's no in-between now.
Well, there's no... Like, that was your guys' chance to, like, get up there and have a dig and not be a big deal.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal because of what you guys brought to the table, and obviously 4 different friend groups came together to make, like...
to make an Insta crowd.
Hard.
Yeah.
And also everyone else there that wasn't expecting...
Yeah, exactly.
It's just sad, man, to think that there's a lot of people on the coast that won't know what Shark Bar was.
Yeah, what it ever was.
Won't have to walk through the bar and your feet stick to the floor while drinking $5 vodkas.
Yeah, I hope something pops up like that again, but I don't know if it will.
Yeah, no. It's like cool. Like the new venue's cool, but like when I was up there with my dad. And I was like, Dad, you have no idea the debauchery that's gone on in this place. He's like, this is a really nice bistro.
Oh, God.
Now, so you've been to a lot of shows as well. You know, watched a lot of artists, gone to see actual big artists at events.
Yeah.
Are there any times you've gone to see a live show or artists and you've kind of also stood back and just been so inspired by what you've seen?
Yeah, so many times.
Yeah.
Especially like after Splendor. Every time after going to Splendor,
dude,
I'm just like, wow.
I'm gonna make all the songs.
I'm gonna make so much music.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Disclosure at Falls,
dude,
and this guy I can't remember his name. I think it was Brendan something, but he came out and sung this song called "Moving Mountains." It was on that Caracal album, the black one.
Yeah, the slower one.
It was just it's kind of slow, real progressive, like buildy song.
Yeah,
it wasn't one of their most popular songs, but he just absolutely smashed this song. This guy.
Yeah,
it chills thinking about it.
On main stage at 12 o'clock, were they?
Yeah, I think it was New Year's or New Year's. The day after New Year's.
Yeah, it's a New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Can't remember, but amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing live show Disclosure.
Yeah.
Definitely a big influence for the Hot Coffee live show as well.
Yeah.
Seeing those two play.
That's one act that I haven't seen yet that I just need to see.
Oh, you have to.
Like
Disclosure live set. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Saw Rufus play Inner Bloom. Obviously, that's like
yeah.
That's just
we all been there.
Everyone's crying.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I cried.
Yeah.
When I heard it.
Yeah. I saw him at Pineapple Fest a long time ago, and it was just like
amazing. Who else have I seen that was really good? I was gonna name someone else, some other band, but you know what? There's so many good local bands. I can't stress that enough. I've seen guys like Dazed perform. Yeah, amazing local band.
Yeah,
sickest live show.
Yeah, that's sick.
Been privileged enough to play alongside them as well. Guys like Ivy.
Yep,
really really good as well.
I think the Gold Coast music scene is very underrated.
Yeah, and Lastlings. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you a big fan of them?
Yeah, blowing up. I used to go to school with Josh.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so been good friends with him for a while, but like look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're supporting guys like Rufus. They're signed to the same label as them.
Yeah, that is pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of crazy talent.
And then you got like Free the Genie and like
like
I've got them on the show in a few weeks and like that'll be real cool. I'm interested to hear what Tiny's got to say because obviously they're just so abstract and like it's like obviously just like you, I didn't expect you to come in and be like
and say all that stuff. Yeah, wait till he tells you about the drum thing.
Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha the basher.
Natasha.
Oh my god,
so
crazy.
It's the whole electronic MIDI setup. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Hey?
Yeah, he's a whiz.
Now, what's the thing you missed most? You reckon about all this situation at the moment, not being able to play gigs? Not being able to put forward, like you can still put music out and you guys have been doing a great job of that.
Yeah. Cheers.
But, dude, 100%, like the video clip and all the things you've been popping off is sick. Thank you. What about your live shows? Because I know that's where you win hearts. Yeah.
Our live shows is probably what directs people to our social platforms the most. So our Spotify, SoundCloud. So that's where we get like those plays from is from doing these live shows and people interacting with the Instagram and yada yada. So probably like live shows has been the one thing that I've really really missed, and that feeling that you get, like we were saying, when you're on stage in front of like a couple of hundred people is incredible. And like you can't really beat it, but in the back of your mind when you're making these songs you kind of like remember those moments. Well, what I've been doing now is a lot of production. We're actually renewing the live set.
Okay.
So we just got like wireless. So
oh wow.
Yeah, so we've all got in-ears and stuff now.
Click tracks and stuff like that. Yeah,
click tracks and dynamic cues and stuff. So revamping the whole live set. So it's been a big process for me personally because
no one else.
The other boys know how to use Ableton or very basically. But we've been in the process of doing that. It's probably a good time to be doing it, whilst we can't play these shows.
Yeah, 100%.
When we do go back to playing live, we've got this crazy new live show that we're working on. So doing stuff like that. Yeah.
Mainly just the live aspect and.
Yeah, I think the live side of it is massive. I think everyone can say that.
Yeah, dude, hard, 100%. Like,
but at the same time, it is like really motivating, like when you're writing and producing, and doing all these things, knowing that one day it's gonna come. Like, hopefully one day it's gonna come. I don't friggin' know now. Like,
do you have the answer?
Jesus Christ!
Just in, guys, on the music that made you. Wade has the answer to it.
I wish I did. But I definitely don't.
On the subject of like the click tracks and all that stuff, what exactly have you been doing to try and get that all in line? Can you kind of go into that a little bit?
Process
just to explain like what kind of goes down, because everyone sees artists and stuff on stage and they always see them stuffing around with their ears and
Well, we're like super new to it. We haven't actually even practiced with the innies as of yet because I'm still in the process of creating the live set. It's basically you hear the track.
Yeah.
Do you want me to like explain?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Yeah. In basic terms, you kind of hear the track in your ears. So normally there's foldback speakers on the ground, which the front of house plays back to you, so you can hear what you're playing. But when there's a lot of stage noise and guitars and bass and drums going on stage, and vocals,
you just don't hear it.
Going, the things that you need to hear get lost very quickly.
Yeah.
And as soon as you're going to the front of house guy, turn it up, it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, 100%.
But you're thinking turn it up is going to make it better, but it doesn't.
But it just goes through the mics, goes through
by the end of it.
Yeah.
Innies is just a good way around that of keeping tight, essentially.
Yeah.
So you hear the track, but you can have it at a level that's comfortable for you.
Fantastic.
I can mix guitar in that's comfortable for me.
Yeah.
Fisher might be different. He might want to hear more of himself playing rather than the track.
Yeah.
And then you have your click, which is your basic four to the floor.
Yeah, so just your tempo.
Yeah. That's really handy for when there's certain bits where it might go like really quiet and be like a build in the track and there's no backbone of the drums.
Yeah.
So you can keep time and play those sections. And dynamic cues is more so, it might be like 1, 2, 3, guitar. And Fisher will know, all right, I got to play that guitar part starts now.
Yeah, that's sick.
So it's all new to me as well. I can't stress enough the amount of help I've had from so many friends in music.
Yeah.
And I can't thank everyone enough for that as well. Like,
well, thank him, bro.
Well, Cal from Callie Mack from AEST is like God.
Yeah.
He is amazing. And he's been helping me with the live set for a couple of months now.
That's awesome.
It's been crazy. It's all new for me.
Yeah.
I'm not the strongest in live sound.
Yeah.
My strength's in production,
Yeah.
I think. Composition, live sound's still really new to me.
Yeah.
Even that bloody board freaks me out. The Bluetooth thing, whoa.
Yeah, what a time to be alive.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I can't stress enough. Reach out. Everyone is in this together.
Yeah.
I'd happily help you if you wanted, and I think you did the same for me.
Yeah.
You can't do this alone in this industry. You need help from everyone. Everyone's good at something.
Yeah.
He's good at live sound. I'm good at production. We bounce off each other. Like, and that's it.
I think that's one thing on the coast, man, that I've noticed. Obviously, I haven't been involved in many other scenes. Like, I lived in Melbourne for a bit. Everyone seemed pretty kosher and cool, and everyone helps everyone. But on the coast, I've really noticed that people are really here to help each other.
Yeah.
Like,
there's like a really good camaraderie and like bravado in the live scene here on the coast with all the artists.
Yeah, and I think everyone's just so keen on making the Gold Coast music scene.
Yeah, everyone's like passionate to get their sound out there. Yeah. And everyone wants to help everyone. It's crazy. It's such a good scene to be a part of.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have released some stuff during ISO, which has been pretty cool. Can you tell me a bit behind the song that you guys recently released with the new film clip, how that came about to be? Did they contact you, the guys, to make that film clip, or?
So we've actually worked with them in the past before.
The songs are Man About Town?
Talk Around Town.
Talk Around Town.
Yeah. So we've worked with them in the past before. They're under the name Parachute Films now.
Yeah.
Really cool, creative bunch of like guys and girls. They were amazing to work with on the film side of things. Super organized, very down to detail, and they were amazing to work with. They approached us a couple of years ago when we released Night Drive. It was just like a one-day song. A one-day song. We just made it in a day and put it on SoundCloud. Yeah. We just would go.
That was when you were doing that like song a day.
Yeah,
challenge.
song a day thing. Yeah. And we just released that, put on SoundCloud and Triple J on Earth, and Jack was his name, and he hit me up. Sent me an email saying we're a production company out of Brisbane. We want to do a film clip for Night Drive, free of charge. Everything.
Wow.
And so we met up in Brizzy, and it was Jack and Maddie who kind of are the foundation of that Parachute Films company, and Ben.
Yeah.
And we were releasing a new song, Golden.
Yeah. Look that one up, guys. Bit of a banger. Got Dana on the vocals as well.
Yeah. Secret Dana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Secret Dana. Low-key Dana.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like, oh, we're releasing this new song, Golden, very shortly.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a music video with that. Sure thing. And that's how the Golden music video was created.
And look that up. It's a good one. Visually, it's sick. Like all the colours and the landscapes. And...
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 days of shooting all up, and it was such a cool experience to like work with them on that. And they approached us this year again and kind of reached out to us again. And you guys releasing any like new music? And that's how the video came about. And they came up with the concept for that as well. Yeah. As they did for Golden.
Yeah.
They thought, whilst we're in isolation, it's cool to like kind of make this isolation video. And they reached out to us with the concept, had it all planned out.
Yeah.
Everything
That's
planned
right.
out. And we were just kind of like, wow, this is so sick.
This is the big time. This is like...
We're like, let's go with this. This is such an awesome like
concept
for a film clip. And that's how the isolation...
So for anyone that hasn't seen it, jump onto their Facebook... their Instagram, you'll be able to find the links, and obviously YouTube, but it's pretty much like 1,000 Zoom calls.
Yeah, we're all doing disgusting dance moves.
Doing great dance moves, not disgusting. They're all dancing, they're all in like individual little Zoom boxes. There's some funny like, I'm trying to think, like media, like, you know, when you go on certain websites and it'll be like local singles in your area and
hot
stuff like that.
Singles in your area,
So jump on there and
Can you believe this guy is singing?
That's right.
Yeah, little like ads, hey. That's super creative.
Yeah, lots of like Windows 95 drop-down boxes.
Yeah, and like glitches. And there's so many cool little like almost Easter eggs in the film clip that there's so much going on. Like with the hot singles in your area, there's so many different little ones of those. So it's like you're like, whoa, what was that one saying? You miss like you watch it 3 or 4 times and you like still pick up things that you like didn't know.
That's sick.
First time you watch it.
Yeah, guys, definitely jump on there and have a look at that because obviously the song's banging, but also the videography behind the whole. I don't know, the whole ISO vibe when everyone was Zoom calling and stuff like that. Like it was just the perfect thing to to put together. And to still be able to showcase a cool video clip, while not being able to leave the house.
Exactly, yeah.
Like it's they've done really well.
Really cool idea, hey.
Now, is there any music that you listen to and it just gets you, it gets you in the feels? Not to get too deep,
Yeah, gets me in the feels. Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
It's so hard to name. Like I heard you ask this question to someone.
Yeah.
I was thinking how I would answer it, but it's I don't know. I can't really answer it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many songs that do that to me.
Yeah, hard.
That I just can't name one.
Yeah.
I know Matt said I can't remember what he said.
Oh, he did
time.
That. Don't take my baby. I don't know.
Right.
I forget it. That's why.
The DMAs.
DMAs.
Yeah. Man, yeah, I can't answer it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, my dude.
I'm so sorry.
It just shows how important music is to you. That you can't ravel it down to one kind of track.
I literally can't. Yeah, there's so many that I get shivers about.
Yeah, and it's also like different songs for different moments, different vibes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, my favourite bit of the show, which you don't know about, is this game we've been playing, with everyone, called Silly Sausage. For those that don't know, it's pretty much a version of Bop It. And pretty much we're going to get Wade to see how he goes. So far out, I'll give you that one. You can just press the button to start it off. But I'm pretty sure the winner at the moment is Stevie Z.
Look at this
or maybe
thing.
Ginge. And then followed by Tyson. Tyson got I can't remember what he got. But anyway, I'll put up on my Instagram during the week what the leaderboard's looking like.
The podcast would go overtime with this thing if someone's really good at it.
If someone's really good, well, yeah.
But I can definitely tell you I don't think I'll be good at it.
That's all right, dude. Just pretend you're playing the beat pad.
So, I know, Try keeping time. So I just press the little pokey thing here, yeah?
Yeah.
Hot dog single. The
Hot
high
dog single.
score is 50.
57?
To start.
Poke.
Oh, yeah.
Stretch me. Shake me. Dip me. Shake me. Dip me. Twist me. Poke me. Stretch me.
I'm going so good.
Shake me. Stretch me. Dip me. Twist me. Dip me. Shake me. Dip me. Twist me. Poke me.
He's going good.
I'm going.
Stretch me.
What was that?
Poke.
Oh. Hello?
He got two full of
Can
his
you
own
repeat?
bravado.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I started getting cocky towards the end.
Again. Silly sausage.
What was the high score?
It was 57.
No, for you just then.
Oh, definitely not that. I think it was like 12 or something.
I'll have to listen
that's
to it
okay.
back. Mate, solid effort, bro.
That's an A+ in my eyes.
Mate, I'll have to listen back and get the... If anyone heard what the score was.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
in the chat. Oh, man. But no, solid effort, bro. Hey?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know where you'll be on the leaderboard. I think Stevie Z's winning. He got really into it last week. He
Wow.
was very, very into it.
Before we move on, actually,
Yes.
I have a surprise for you as well.
What?
I got you a little present.
Oh, man. Thank
Before
you
he
so
came out.
much.
There
Dude.
you
Thank you.
go. No worries, man. Hope you like
Is
it.
it alive?
No,
Thank you, my dude. How good's this? I got... So, like, last week, Stevie brought me in, like, a litre of olive oil from his family's farm in Greece.
Oh, what?
And we've been cooking with it, and it was it's so good. Like, Mitchell
Wow.
wants to get something for the restaurant. It's unbelievable. So, Stevie, shout out to you. Also, Bill Durry with the t-shirt. But, man, thank you
I'm
so
just
much,
keeping the
bro.
dream alive
How
here.
good's this? What a man. Oh, what
It's
a man.
it's a basic present, but I know I literally watch your Instagram all the time, and you're always cooking some sort of cake or biscuit or something like that. And these cookies are the shit from Coles.
That's sick.
but
Thank you,
can
my dude.
actually make them yourself.
Bro, that's rad. Thank you so much. Shout out
No
Coles, my new sponsor.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're actually the best cookies.
Yeah,
those
and you
ones.
know what? I think these,
I didn't even know you could do that with them.
bro,
Like make them yourself.
these would go great with some hot coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Dunk them in a cup of cocoa. Yeah.
No, fuck, no cocoa, hot coffee.
Cup of coffee. Yeah,
cup,
yeah.
of, cup of coffee down in Brooklyn. Now, thank you so much, my dude. That's really nice.
That's okay.
Now, if I was to go out to your car right now, you kind of answered this, but
Oh, yep.
if I was to go out to your car, you'd plug in your phone, turn it on. What music comes on? That banging techno from before, or
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Something melodic, techno-wise.
Yeah.
Or it's probably Krangu Bin, like that kind of style
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. Changes every time you jump in my car.
yeah, mine's my problem is like I've got not the Apple Play. I've got like the one below that. So when I plug it in, it just starts at the top of the playlist.
Oh, right.
So over it.
Yeah.
It'll just be Action Bronson every time because that's an A.
True. But there was a crazy time when I first started getting into hip hop when Matt was like, he's in love with guys like Logic and heaps of J. Cole and all those kind of guys. And there was a point in time where I was listening to so much hip hop.
Really?
I literally cut EDM out of my life.
Yeah.
And was just listening to hip hop straight.
So pretty much just your Logics and
Yeah, anything that Matt kind of brought up,
Yeah.
he would just
Lots of Mac
introduce
Miller then?
Yeah, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Crazy Matt. John Bellion.
yeah,
Anything that he would kind of introduce me to
Yeah.
would stem my knowledge in hip hop.
yeah,
And I'm so thankful for that.
yeah, dude, hard.
Because it's one of the best genres ever.
Yeah, dude. Like I was the same growing
Love
up.
hip-hop.
I didn't I have older sisters, but they're a bit older than me, and we didn't live together, so there was no like hand down of music or stuff like that. Whereas I've met friends that are a bit older than me that have really introduced me to hip hop and songs that I wouldn't, or artists like showing me Anderson .Paak like 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and me just being so grateful for it now. When I see someone share something, and I'm just like, ugh.
I was so fresh to hip hop that I didn't even know who Anderson .Paak was when he played at FOMO.
There you go. Yeah.
And I kick myself in the foot every day, knowing that wow, he was here.
Yeah, and you
I
could've-
fully missed it because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
If only I'd known who he was a year or so before that, and I would have been there in a heartbeat.
Dude, he's he definitely is.
Crazy talented.
He's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Do we have time?
Yeah, do we have time in this section?
Now, if all things went according to plan, where would you see the hot coffee brand being in, say, a year?
A year, crazy.
And take out of consideration the world, you know.
Yeah, I think we'd be playing a lot more shows.
Yeah.
Maybe
a tour, maybe a South Coast tour.
Yeah,
or something.
I think an East Coast
Yeah,
tour.
hard.
Southeast, whatever you want to call it. Playing a lot of shows in Byron, Brisbane, maybe even going as far as Sydney, Melbourne.
Yeah, hard.
To be playing shows, and we're going to be releasing a lot of new music next year.
Ton of music.
Yeah. This is kind of the writing phase that we're going through now, and banking good songs that we like and holding on to them and making sure we don't release them
Yeah,
early.
hard.
So we
100%.
actually put a lot of it is like writing the music's kind of almost the easy bit, but getting it out there, like promoting it and marketing it is a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
To get it heard.
Yeah.
So you got to put a lot of time into that as well.
100%.
Something that we didn't really do in the early days, and we're learning from it now. But holding on to these songs for dear life. Want to release them, but can't we're not going to be.
No, 100%.
Until next year. So yeah, next year's looking crazy for us.
Well, even look at the event we went to about the Spotify playlists and stuff.
Yeah,
Mike, when he came over from Cali, like that was such an interesting.
Yeah, I remember that, and he was saying, give yourself at least 6 weeks to release a song.
Yeah, like a plan, like
a 6 week plan out before. And I remember some guy in the audience saying, I've got a song coming out today or next week. What should I do? And he's literally just said, you need a 6 week plan, dude. Like, he's answered your question.
Yeah, that was...
Don't release it.
Yeah, don't release it. Yeah. I think one thing that people will be picking up watching this is, even though you guys seem so crisp on the outside, there is so many working parts and moving things that go on to make it possible.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like how many times you are probably just working on making a beat sound half right for the boys to then come in, play their guitar, play that, you know?
Yeah. It's been a long working process, especially with the four of us. Cal's a paramedic working full-time. Matt's full-time physio. Yeah. Fisher works full-time for NBN.
Yeah, and also Cal, top 3 best calves on the GC or something like that?
I heard there was some rumour going around that he's got some great
and like
kids.
the quickest draws, like top 3 Hughes family quick draw or
quickest
something.
draws in Southeast Queensland or something like that, yeah. I think I'm pretty close, top 5 or something.
Yeah,
he's freaking quick, man.
Yeah, he's quick.
But there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to get stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like just for instance, coming up with writing formulas, like what works best for us, because we are all so busy with our everyday lives. Like you got to kind of work around that as well.
Yeah.
So, coming up with good writing formulas, like what you were saying, it will generally start off with me writing the backbone, so the arrangement, production, and then that gets sent to Fisher and Cal, because Matt likes writing with like a full kind of backing,
a song ready to go. Yeah.
And then that does a lap with Matt's vocals on it. We sit down, have a chat about it. Yay or nay. If we're yay about it, does like another lap. And then that's our basic demo. And then from there we, if we're still really happy with it, that's we go from there and finish it.
And then I'm sure it probably loops 2 or 3 more times and
many more. But it's we're always still learning from that the workflow, but that's kind of like the backbone of ours.
Yeah,
so
hard.
to speak,
So that's one thing, guys, to think, it doesn't just happen. Like, it doesn't just happen. It may seem easy and you just see the Spotify finished result. But there is a lot of work and moving parts which go into that. And that's not even considering your live show. That's like the whole...
That's another child you gotta look after.
That's just... It's wild to think how much time goes into it. Like even just me working on tunes. You'll spend 4 hours in front of the TV with the laptop and headphones on doing something just to get half somewhere, to then be like, oh, this is a good idea. To then maybe continue making something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it's me personally seeing you guys grow from like the start to now. I just can't wait to see the bounds you guys make in the next few years.
Yeah, cool.
Because man, it's going to be a vibe. And I think when everything reopens, there is going to be some popping events, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited to see what happens after all this settles down.
It's going to be ridiculous. One more question, man. If there was one song that had to be on repeat for you for the rest of your life, what do you think it would be?
Oh, jeez, this is like the shiver feeling song again. Oh, man. I crumble in these high pressure situations, man.
No pressure.
One song on repeat. Oh, God, I can't
Give
even.
me anything.
Man, I don't even know. Oh, you know what? I think I've got an answer.
Magic.
I remember, I remember being in the car with Fisher, who's in the band now.
Yeah.
And we were super high.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the...
Doesn't fuss me, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were super high. And we were listening to a Flume track.
Yeah.
And it was called A Borough in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever, like...
Released it or anything.
It was on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
okay.
there you go. It's been released.
Yeah.
But as an official release, I'm not sure. But it's just this crazy progressive build. And it just does this crazy drop. And I reckon that's what I would listen to on repeat.
Yeah, sick.
Or the new Blue remix that he did.
That's got to be a
Just glitch
stitch
my
up.
life
Hey.
away.
That's honestly got to be a stitch up. Like, I know I haven't had a chance to listen to it through proper speakers.
Yeah, right.
And I've just heard it on my phone and been like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, man. Crazy.
Man.
But yeah, probably that song.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you heaps for coming on the show today.
No worries. It's been a pleasure.
Mate, it's been rad learning the ins and outs and just hearing like, and also everyone else kind of hearing how much does actually go on behind the scenes. It's not just all shows and
Yeah.
you know, because one thing with electronic music, there's always so much tinkering. Obviously with all music,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You're always learning with production.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything live.
yeah,
You're always
hard,
learning.
hard.
My laptop's died on me like 3 times
Yeah.
playing shows, and the boys like, if it happens again, we're throwing your laptop out.
Actually, there is one more question I have. Has there ever been a show where you've been playing and it's been going off
Yeah.
and your laptop has died?
100%. Oh,
Like, what was the worst?
I think I've had it before.
Yeah.
There's been so many times. I've had my laptop has to be on charge for it to survive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if an hour passes and it's not on charge, it'll go dead.
Well, yeah, processing power.
Yeah.
Like
and
everything.
my laptop's from bloody 2011 MacBook Pro. So
Yeah, so if you're anyone looking to sponsor Hot Coffee,
yeah,
new
new MacBook. But yeah, I think I must have kicked the cord once, and the laptop was off charge for the whole show, and it wasn't even fully charged to begin with.
Yeah.
That died.
Yeah.
That was when we first kind of were starting out. But there was one time when we played in Brisbane.
Yeah.
And it was for a festival called, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a big deal for us.
Yeah.
Because it was the first kind of festival that we've ever played.
Yeah.
Only a small one, but I can't remember. But all the it was like a big, there was stages at like Crowbar.
Yeah.
We were playing at Black Bear Lodge.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how many people were going to turn out to be there because we thought, who really knows us in Brisbane because we're so local Gold Coast based with the shows. And there were so many people there.
Heavy.
And it was such a vibe. And I've gone to play a song and boom, just like sound cut out. And it was like building up to a drop, which was the worst thing. It was a remix that we'd made and boom, dropped out. Plug everything back in, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Boom, drop out again. Literally happened like 3 or 4 times. And there's a review that someone wrote, like, Wade needs a new MacBook Pro because that thing dropped out 3-4 times. But it was a great show.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, at least they still said it was a great show.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've all seen there, guys, like, it doesn't matter how much energy or time you put into something. Just like guitars breaking strings, just like drums smashing.
Something crazy can happen, especially when you're dealing with live instrumentation or live music in general.
And that's what makes it so exciting, guys. So make sure you do get out and see a Hot Coffee show when they come back.
Yes.
Because
Come say hello.
Come say hello. Don't remember what street he lives on, though, because that'll be weird. Don't go to his house.
Erase that from your mind.
Now, is there anything to add, dude? Want anyone to thank or?
Thanks everyone so far for supporting our music. It means a lot to us. Thanks for you to having us on the show.
Oh,
and
good, dude.
Getting to talk about all this good stuff. And bringing back some memories from the past that I forgot about.
Rave Wade. That's my new nickname for you, bro. Rave Wade.
Yeah. Thanks to all the local Gold Coast bands that have helped us out personally with our music and
Yeah.
pushing the industry for the Gold Coast music in general. And thanks for everyone tuning in.
Bro, bloody oath. Now, what's all your socials? They just look up Hot Coffee Official or what, Hot Coffee Music?
Yeah, I should have looked at these before.
Okay, well, I'll answer it.
Yeah.
For your Facebook, Hot Coffee Music.
Great.
I'm not sure about your Instagram.
Yeah, we changed a lot of things recently.
Yeah, just don't put the little zero.
Yeah, don't put the strike through. But generally, if you type in Hot Coffee before anything,
Yeah.
on Instagram, Facebook, or Spotify, you'll find us.
Yeah, or jump onto even Google, just put Hot Coffee Gold Coast music.
Yeah.
You'll be sorted. Once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to the music that made you. It's going to be a good few weeks. We've got some pretty cool guests coming up. Next week, we've got Mr. Kai Grant making big waves. Obviously, you know him from playing a lot of nightclubs on the Gold Coast. He's just signed a cheeky little deal. He's hard into production at the moment. Very keen to get him on the show and find out what's popping with Kai. So once again, guys, thank you very much for popping in. Wade, thank you, my dude.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
All good. See you guys later. Cheers.